We are back with more Kingdom Come Deliverance. And trying to run from some people on horseback. Oh my god, dude, are you serious? I just go down the hill. Do I have to, like... Come on, dude, you can't run more than 50 feet.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you.
Okay.
Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
I'd help you out, but... I have to go. I gotta warn somebody about something. Just run erratically. No need to follow roads. It worked. I think it worked. I have a bleeding wound.
To Talmberg.
Yeah, to Talmberg. We have to go to Talmberg. Because I got like 2 wounds. I have an arrow sticking out of my thigh right now, which that hurts. Yeah, you guys should probably run. There's literally a legion over there. Alright, just rest up for a second, horse. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. On the double.
Flee!
There we go. How far is Talmberg? Okay, I see a settlement. Yes. Okay. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh my god! Hey!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey!
Archers!
Hanyo! Who's in there?
They're turning tail!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Yeah, it's just an arrow sticking out of it, you know. Nothing too bad.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Gonna feel great.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work.
Idlers.
You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Yeah, if that army shows up here, everyone is going to die. That was a pretty sizable force. Talk to Sir Robard. I have discovered my bed. This him?
What's happening with that blacksmith?
He sent his apologies, sir. He can't come tomorrow. The soonest he can manage is before noon the day after tomorrow.
Well, I suppose it can wait another day. Tell him to come then.
I will, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Watch it. I'll remember you.
Okay. This is Sir Robard.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss.
Please tell me what happened.
You must be all done in.
I have a
Why don't you
kidney
go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your
my
fa-
stomach
Are you
hurts.
serious?
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Seems I'm not good enough for the job.
Forgiveness has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good
So
We'll take care of you until everything blows over. You re-
oh, okay.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Wouldn't want to get the bed dirty. Okay, so we did that. Alright, what's next? I have to eat? I have to eat. Eat. Go to the courtyard lodge, sleep there till morning. Where's the... Where's the bowl of soup? Wait, this is it. Lentil soup.
Oh, God. Eat. Food.
Roast duck. I want roast duck. Oh, we got some cheese. Got a bread roll. Now I can just eat this stuff. So, lentil mash. Eat. Cheese. Addition. So my nourishment's at 26. Dude, I'm eating all this food. Gimme. Gimme. My nourishment's only at 26. Like I'm gonna have to eat all of your food. Hope you don't mind. Alright, so let's crush all this. Okay. 36, 43, 76 nourishment. Is there anything else here I can have? Tell me you're
Please
tired.
Tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have kin there.
They destroyed the whole place, killed everybody, and your kin are probably dead. They torched Rovna on their way. Sigismund came with his army.
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry, too. Those foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above.
Success. Haha.
I ran to the castle for shelter with the others. Behind me I could hear the shouts of the attackers and the screams of the wounded. Then I turned and saw Father trying to save Mother. They were both killed. The gate was closed by then. The men on the battlements were calling to me to run and warn you here. And with God's help I made it.
My God.
Success.
That's horrible. You were lucky to survive. And our thanks for warning us. I'll pray that you see better times.
Are those my eyes flashing because I'm tired? You know what? Give me that wine. Bread. Cheese. I don't want to rob. I want to just take. Journey. Okay. I guess I can go sleep. Where's the bed? Okay. No. This my bed? You're tired, your stamina and eloquence will also gradually increase. Sleep is a solution. Find a well bed, which you will recognize from the icon on the compass. Sit E. Launch sleep. Sleep 4. Okay. Sleep. What time is it? Three, 4. Okay, so this is noon. This is midnight. So let's sleep till about... Is it... Let's sleep till 5. Start. Yeah, 10 hours of sleep. We just got chased by an army. 10 hours of sleep is golden.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you
Could always do
with
with
a
some
little
wine.
It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
She's awfully nice. Tell the story of the raid. Yeah, let's tell the story.
Right, my lady.
Why not?
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
I went to the tavern for ale. Met my sweetheart Bianca there. Well, that's true. I went to collect the debt. Oh.
I met my friends right next to the Skalitz Ale House. When we heard Deutsch praising Sigismund, our blood boiled. My mates decided to teach that fool to mind his tongue. So, thanks to us, Deutsch had to scrape horse shit off his newly whitewashed house.
How foul.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Humans and Sigmund's army.
Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans.
Cumin.
Diabolical barbarians.
Is that like
from
the
East
spice?
With no regard for the rules of warfare. Bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
The attack was terrible, so her strength is like better, so go for this one.
I saw Deutsch trying to defend himself. The man who'd mocked King Wenceslas as a drunkard and praised Sigismund now stood facing his soldiers with nothing but a pitchfork, trying to protect his wife and son. It was hopeless. They slaughtered them all.
That's so sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I no longer heard any sounds of battle coming from the castle, so Sigismund's army must have regrouped and started preparing for siege.
No doubt you're right.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
I just slept for 10 hours.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night.
It's 5 in the morning.
Good night, my lady.
Unless, wait, did that sleep clock like stop and like trigger that when I got to a certain point? That Havel guy, wasn't he in the tavern? The one time we went in there? I thought there was someone there named Havel. You learned women in the Middle Ages. Okay, neato. I'm dreaming. Uh-oh.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Come on, Henry, you can't 1v5 them? Let's go.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Now the battlements, I think, are just what they call like the top of the castle wall. The palisades, I think is what it is. Middle of the night. I don't know my way around your castle. Yeah. Like pitch black, dude.
Decent stocks of food. I heard from a spy that Sigismund's hired himself a mob of foreign mercenaries.
That's probably why they attacked so quick, so we wouldn't have time to join forces.
Aye, you might be right.
Dude, I can barely see.
But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Hey. What's going on? Why'd you wake me up?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Scouts.
Because his army is huge.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalis to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Bro, you got enough men to, like, fight that size of a force?
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
This seems
It was
fishy.
a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised.
Dude, I'd get in
We
that
wouldn't have
castle
stood
if
a
I
chance
were you.
against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now.
Okay, so they like legit actually got out. I was expecting something fishy there, maybe like an ambush. Or maybe that guy was working with Sigmund's men. I don't know.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice, or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Scallas people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What was that? Everybody lower your torches.
Henry, I need to have a word with you.
Bruh. A lot of dialogue.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Alright. Keep watch on the battlements. Alright, so do I just like stand here? Well, anyway, this is a good point to wrap this episode up. In the next episode, we will continue with watching on the battlements and continue on with the storyline. I don't know how I'm supposed to save the game. I really wish you could just save the game.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh?
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
There's something you can press.
What the hell?
Huh. Okay. Well, we're gonna end this one here before anything else happens. Hope you've all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next episode of Kingdom Come.